Now, Padre Pio suffered unbelievably. And it wasn't just physical suffering, but he also suffered spiritual desolation and complete rejection. But was there any meaning in all of this suffering? So in other words, did it have any value? And the deeper question we really want to get to is, could his sufferings have helped make Padre Pio a kind of a co-redeemer, like another Simon of Cyrene, helping our Lord to carry his cross, to make his cross a little lighter? Hello friends, ladies and gentlemen, and in these times of confusion, both in the world and in the church, here on Great Saints, we take a journey upstream to the pure sources of the saints, to try to learn from their examples. So do join us in this apostolate, and may the Lord then give you his peace, as the great Saint Francis of Assisi used to say. And here we're going to be referring to a talk by Father Andrew Apostoli of the Franciscans of the Renewal, and he's going to help us to understand all of this. So do join us for the series of talks. Particularly, he's going to be focusing in on the years of Padre Pio's great trial. That's 1922 to 33, 11 years in total. If anyone desires to be my disciple, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me each day. That was the advice of our Lord Jesus Christ himself. And Padre Pio understood that the cross it can be the sign of contradiction. A seeming failure can, in the plans of God, in the eyes of God and of the saints, be a sign of great victory, of great hope. And so the source of pain and suffering becomes a source of great joy. But to our fallen natures, suffering is always something absolutely repulsive. For instance, when our Lord was speaking to the apostles, and he said he's going to go up to Jerusalem there to suffer and to die, Peter took him aside and said to him, "Lord, don't speak like this." And our Lord responded, "You think the thoughts of men and not of God." So God sees things completely differently. The economy of grace is on a different scale. Padre Pio really understood the meaning of the cross, and he was willing to embrace it. Another great saint, Augustine, tells us that there are many Christians who love God and are capable of doing some very good things, marvelous things, but there are not many who are capable of showing their love in sufferings. From the book, The Imitation of Christ, Father Apostoli tells us there are many who desire to eat the bread of joy with Jesus, but very few who are willing to drink the cup of his suffering. And Padre Pio was willing to drink the cup of suffering with Jesus only because he recognized that suffering in itself can be something redemptive. Padre Pio didn't enjoy suffering at all, but he knew that through suffering, the redemption of the world had been won. And so it had become the salvation of souls. Now, Padre Pio wrote once to his spiritual director, that's a Father Benedetto. And in fact, in this, he was asking Padre Benedetto if he can offer himself for the salvation of sinners and for the release of souls from purgatory. Padre Pio says, "For some time now, I've felt the need to offer myself as a victim to the Lord for poor sinners and for the souls in purgatory." And he says, "This desire has been growing continually within my heart, and it has now become what I would call a strong passion. And in fact," he says, "I have many times made this offering to the Lord, beseeching him, pleading with him to pour out on me the punishments that are due for sinners, even increasing them," he says, "even 100-fold. As long as he converts sinners and admits those to paradise who are now suffering in purgatory." So this desire to save souls is at the very heart of Padre Pio's attitude. And he knew that suffering would be a source of grace if we bear the cross with Jesus cheerfully and courageously. There's this famous painting of St. Francis of Assisi. He's embracing Christ on the one hand, and on the other hand, his foot is kicking away the world, rejecting the world's pleasures, which can be so deceitful and can lead one away from Christ. Padre Pio bore the cross, and he encouraged others to bear the cross as well. He used to say that everyone in life has a cross. And just be sure that you use your cross like the good thief. So that's his secret, like the good thief and not like the bad thief. He tells us the good thief is on his cross, he's hanging there close to Jesus, and he asks our Lord, remember me, remember him when he comes into his kingdom. And so it was an act of faith and love and contrition all combined in one. Remember me when you come to your kingdom. And for that, the good thief got the greatest promise in the gospel, that today you will be with me in paradise. On the other hand, the bad thief, he was only bitter about his sufferings. He was angry. And he said to Jesus, get yourself off the cross and then take me off the cross, and only then will I believe. So he wanted to use Jesus for his own gain. And so he passed by the opportunity of salvation. He did not ask for forgiveness. He did not ask, Lord, remember me. And so we, all of us, you and I, we want to use our cross like the good thief did, as a stepping stone towards Jesus and towards our salvation, and not to be resentful and angry with God and his ways like the bad thief was. If you've missed one of the other videos, or you wish to see another video, just click one of these links on the end screen. And to receive reminders, you do have to be subscribed to our channel and click that reminder bell. And do help us with this apostolate by liking the video and also by sharing the video with friends, with colleagues, anyone who can benefit. And do write your comments in below as well.